Hi, this is Karen from Mojo Global. Welcome to the Mojo Global Radio Show. Today we have as our honored guest, Ed Butowsky. Ed, welcome to the radio show.
Well, thanks for having me, Karen. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, it's an honor for us to have you, Ed. Can you give our listeners an idea of how you might be able to help them?
Well, what I do is I manage money for a living, but before we actually manage money, we do a deep analytical forensics on their existing portfolios. And we made up 8 metrics that we evaluate portfolios for. And we look and see if someone's existing holdings, how they match up to those 8 metrics. And if they don't match up, then we make suggestions on how they must change their existing holdings, so it matches up precisely with what our what our metrics are.
If I remember correctly, Ed, this is a proprietary process.
Yes, we created these proprietary tools. And after 34 years of being in the business, and I was at the highest level at Morgan Stanley, and I understand what they do at all the big bulge bracket firms, I realized that they do a terrible job. And I know this sounds horrible, but it's the truth. They do a terrible job on constructing portfolios and measuring risk. But a financial advisor will look a client in the eye and say that they're caring about their risk. But if you do a forensics, you can determine if, in fact, they're actually supporting what they said they were going to be able to do. And most of the time, sadly, about 97.5% of all retail investment portfolios don't measure up to what they said that they were trying to do for their clients.
I'll just say, wow. And Ed, thank you so much for telling us that. And who do you serve in general?
Our typical client are individuals. We don't work with any corporate clients or institutional clients. We work with, we call them high net worth individuals, but nowadays everybody's a high net worth individual. But we also will take clients who are smaller in their account size, because we don't want anybody to feel as though they're not privy to having, what we like to consider professional help in terms of managing their money. So we manage money for people who have, $200,000, $300,000 on up to $100 million. And from our standpoint, it's the same process that takes place, regardless if you have 300,000 or if you have 100 million. It's the same process that we follow in terms of doing the analytics to make sure that your investment portfolio is what you need.
Thank you, Ed. And I'm wondering, you could be doing anything right now. Why do you choose this? What's your why behind it?
I absolutely love helping people figure out if what they have in their investment portfolio is what they need. I started at Morgan Stanley many years ago, just being a regular investment advisor. And then years later, after meeting with a professor from Wharton, Chris Gatesy, I realized that there was a huge gap between institutional investment management and retail investment management. And I love bringing the institutional quality money management to the retail client.
Ed, thank you so much. And to our audience, Ed is being a little bit humble about what his position was at Morgan Stanley. I'll leave it up to you to check out his website. I really appreciate that you've been on the show. And if someone wants to get a hold of you, what is the best way to do so?
Well, they can go to my website, and it's chapwoodinvestments.com. Or they can give me a call. I'm happy to answer my cell phone at 972-897-0197. Or they can call the office at 972-865-2225.
Thank you so much, Ed, for being on.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. And to our audience, we always appreciate you. And we look forward to bringing you the next Mojo Global Radio Show. Bye-bye.